So I'm continuing my project, which is portraits of rodeo cowboys. I've been going to a few more rodeos. This will be my third and fourth ones that I'm kind of talking about today. I've learned a lot. Some of the pictures are really working out well. There's been a lot of frustrations as well that'll kind of explain. But I have been going out and shooting. The plan is to get the cowboys after they've ridden and bring them into my little studio, which is set up right next to the medic tent, really. And they slide over, and I shoot a quick portrait of them. Maybe I get a couple of minutes with them. I shoot 4, 5, or 6 frames, probably two cowboys per roll on a roll of 12 on 120. There have been a few frustrations, and one of the problems I had was actually with the sun itself. So the day started off great. I started to shoot the first few portraits. Everything seemed to be working fine. But then as the sun changed, I didn't really catch that it was really glaring in my lens. So the Rollei has a lens hood. It's got, coated lenses, but there was just too much sun glaring right in. So I lost a bunch of the portraits. Actually, they're glared so badly that even though I tried to print them in the darkroom, there was just no way of saving them. So to kind of combat this for the next week, I made an extension for my lens hood that I just elastic on, and it seems to work better. I kind of, with my finger, I push it down a little bit while I'm focusing through the top lens, and I raise it up a little bit so it's out of the frame a bit when I'm shooting. You could put your hand over the lens too. That would work, but I made this little lens hood, so that's what I'm going with. So that was one of the big frustrations. I lost maybe 4 or 5 of the portraits that day just because I glared them out. Stupid mistake, frustrating mistake. Anyways, there's quite a learning curve on this little project. So the following week, again, things started off pretty good. I was pretty happy with the way things started rolling. Cowboys were coming over, and we got hit with a summer storm, absolutely downpour. So I thought, hey, this is cool. This is a good idea. I'm trying to get the cowboys, after they've fallen off the horse, been bucked off the horse, been bucked off the bull. I'm expecting them to have a few bruises and a little bit of blood and dirt on them. So I thought, boy, if we could do these portraits right now while it's pouring, this is the reality of it. So probably half a dozen towards the end of the rodeo, there were like half a dozen guys still getting their pictures done, and it was just a downpour. Now, did it work? Didn't work at all. First off, I got too much raindrops on the taking lens. So there's no sharpness. Everything is just too soft. You can see it in the pictures. They're just soft. And the other thing that happened was I got a couple of drops on the ground glass. I've never noticed this before, but when you get a couple of drops on the ground glass, you cannot focus that camera. You can't figure the image out. You can't tell if it's sharp or not. So the pictures are either out of focus or they are just blurred from the raindrops. So 2 good lessons I learned over the last couple of weeks. Use a lens hood extension to keep the glare down. Watch for that. And when it rains, put the gear away. I just couldn't get anything in the rain. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Turned out it wasn't a good idea at all. Anyways, there's one more rodeo this season. I'm excited to go to it. It's coming up in a couple of weeks.